Hello YouTube and welcome back to all Flads. This is Heroes of the Storm, and that's a lot of base horses and early skins. And oh my god, we got Gazlo as well. What the fuck is this team? Gazlo, Karazim, Taronda, Illidan, Nazeebo versus Sylvanas, Illidan, Taronda, Karazim and Nazeebo. Right. Okay. Well, it's balanced at least. I guess we'll call it balanced. This could just be a push race. To be honest, we might just leave Illidan, Karazim, and Taronda just to fight it out. And me, Sylvanas, and the other Nazeebo, me, Gazlo, and the other Nazeebo may just end up having a bit of a siege war. At level 1, we are going to be taking. Fuck knows, Blood Ritual. This will increase the amount of mana we get back. Oh, Karazim's going down. This will increase the amount of mana and healing we get back every time we kill something that is infected with our trait, which is Voodoo Ritual. It's like a mini Envenom every time we do an auto attack. It's actually a pretty cool thing. Now this is going to be a pretty strong push down here, and Illidan's going to be in a lot of trouble early game, that's for sure. He can try and kill as much as he wants. It's not going to work. He's going to die a lot. There's nothing he can do about it. It is unfortunately the way that Quick Match has set this up. So let's just keep the pressure up, and hopefully our Karazim will keep us alive, and we'll be able to just keep going. I'm not of all the comps that could have gone on this particular map, this is certainly one of the more interesting, and that's going to be the death of Taronda, I would imagine. No, she managed to escape. Karazim is also going to escape. Taronda's engaged again. We are deep, but the tower's already out of ammo, and Taronda's now going to eat a load of frogs and spiders. So, let's go through, after that pretty hectic start, let's go through my talents. I've got no mana. Right, so Q is Corpse Spiders. That's basically I chuck out spiders that go running after people, as you can see, and they do a little bit of persistent damage. W is my Zombie Wall, and E is Plague of Toads. So it's a sort of fanned AoE type thing that will do some damage as long as it hits something. If he doesn't, then it won't do anything. I'm really tempted to stay out of the mines with Gazlo and try and push this sort of lane first thing. Hopefully Gazlo's got the same idea, although it looks like he's gone straight into the mines. So with 4 of them in the mines, I think I am going to not go down. We are, however, going to take Spider Cluster. This is going to be a spidery build, and we should actually get fair bit of XP as long as we get a decent amount of skulls from the friendly team. The spiders do get quite powerful late on and do allow for sort of this persistent, annoying damage. And Nazeebo has a really strong ability for doing damage, and a lot of it. Like I said, he could be an assassin. He's technically a ranged siege, but he could easily go down as an assassin, depending on what the next kill is. Oh, it's Illidan from the enemy team. So we're actually going to push this a little bit harder, because we should be able to pick up, as long as we get 50, I'll be happy with that. We're actually picking up XP as we stay out of the mines, and this is like a new thing. It used to be that everyone would just go in the mines and you just have a fight, and then you get some skulls, and whoever won the fight got the skulls. But now it's come down to a bit more of having someone sort of stand outside and siege for a long time, and it seems to work quite well. Taronda's now left the mine. She obviously got bored of that. We will keep hitting over stuff. I am now unfortunately in a bit of trouble, but we will try and zombie wall her. Oh, we got it, and hopefully that's going to be her death. Nazeebo's got really great early game, really great mid game, and a really great late game. He really does, and it's why he's picked so much at sort of professional level, is because he really does go through the talent tiers with ease and without feeling like a carrier at any point. This is a problem. We are going to need to get away from Illidan, but he's actually left us alone, so we're just going to chuck out some more frogs, keep the siege damage going in. That tower may actually fall just through the minions. Yes, it will. So our golem actually has a lot less to worry about now. It's going straight for the enemy keep, and we're going to push it. This just, to be honest, with the team we've got, I don't see any need, especially as they've got 60 odd skulls straight off the bat. I don't see much need for doing anything other than pushing, and if we can take out these siege giants so that have wasted a lot of their actual defense. At level 7 we're going to take Gid Bin. This is going to increase the duration of my spiders and my zombie wall, which is going to prove to be pretty deadly Nazeebo's come down to join us. It's going to prove pretty deadly towards our build. It's also going to make these spider walls really, these zombie walls really quite a nuisance for the enemy team. And Illidan's also going to go down, and now their defences are pretty low. I've actually been hit by a very good zombie wall by the enemy Nazeebo, but it's not going to stop us because we are just going in full tilt at this bottom lane, and it's going to get wrecked. This is quite a strong golem, and there's a lot of things not getting hit before it, and it's already gone down through their bottom fort. So the just zombie walled myself. The tactic of staying out is pretty strong, and especially if the enemy team doesn't do it, it puts very little pressure on your lane. And although the friendly team just sort of pushed, I think we didn't really do anything. Unfortunately, our Sylvanas didn't push, our Gazlo didn't push, no one pushed, and as a result, we've actually lost our fort. So we should have defended better. We didn't, unfortunately. We've now got an ultimate as well to deal some damage to Illidan with. Ravenous Spirit is a channeling thing that leaves you very exposed, but does a ton of damage. And we're a long way from home, and I don't think we're going to make it. Yes, we caught him, and that's not going to be enough. Oh, just survived. Fortunately, Nazeebo has got like an irregular amount of survivability, and is incredibly strong. Now the friendly team failed there by not having Gazlo defend, because he would have kept it up, but nonetheless, R1's got quite a long way in. It's actually broken down the towers and the gate, and it's even taken a chunk out of the keep for the enemy team as well. If we'd taken this camp when they first came out and then just let them defend, that thing would have died so quickly as a level 30 golem. But that was a misplay by the friendly team, by me, whatever. What the fucking hell happened there? Oh right, Taronda took Shadowstalk instead of Starfall or whatever it's called, which is, well, it's an interesting decision, that's for sure. Let's go down and deal with this. And I'm not really sure why there was so much fighting over that, and the enemy teams actually died as a result. They still haven't reached 10, they're just about to hit 10. And this mercenary camp is going to go down pretty quickly, and we're going to retain our towers. We should just push, realistically. It wouldn't be bad to get the siege giants actually, because they could just push, and they'd actually be coming down into this lane because they are a defensive tool, so their natural route would be to come bottom. So it would be quite a good idea to pick them up, but I'm just sort of tunnel visioning, and all the while they're going to let me, I'm just going to do it. I can put in so much siege damage. Illidan looks like he's coming, although he's just picked up his own siege giants, so they're not going to have them for defence, whereas ours should proc just about in time. I think I'm going to die. No, we did manage to get out of that. I have actually got Shadowstalk, but I was hit by the enemy Illidan. I managed to miss the owl, so I'm actually going to stay alive, I think. And I'm so glad that he didn't use an ultimate on me there. That looked like a perfect opportunity for Hunt or Metamorphosis. But he didn't take it. I'm going to go back, and we're just going to push the bottom lane again. And our Golem will then go on to the enemy core. And then what we'll probably have to do is defend at that point, just to make sure that this stays up. And then we can all go down in the mines and get a massive Golem, and we'll win that way. So hopefully, if my plan works and the friendly team goes with it, we should be in for a reasonable game. Stats wise, we haven't done any hero damage because we haven't done anything with heroes. Illidan wants to go into the mines. It might be a good idea. Well, we haven't got any skulls because of the fail that's going on in our team. But what we're going to be taking at level 13 is Wall of Zombies deals more damage. I think is going to be the best bet. I don't want to be tanking the Taronda ultimate, and now that Gazlo's just sort of wandered in, tanked the ultimate and then died. Is Illidan coming up? No, he's not. Sod that. We're going to get raped in there because our Gazlo just didn't know how to do it. I'm going to have to go back at some point, because here comes Sylvanas. Fortunately, we managed to... don't get nuked by Sylvanas. Pick that up, and then try and do some damage on Sylvanas. She's actually pushing the wrong lane, which is a bit foolish, but their golem is going to be big, so we're all going to end up defending anyway. I don't really know why our Gazlo decided to tank the Taronda ultimate. I'm sure he had his reasons. They were none of them any good, unless he was zombie walled, of course, in which case it was a very good play by the enemy Nazeebo. Keeping going down into the mines is just going to get everyone killed, so I don't quite fancy that at the moment. So we're going to start doing some damage into the enemy, into this enemy keep, and try and help the fact that we've got a really bad golem. I'm going to have to use my ultimate and try and just kill Sylvanas here, and hopefully we can get Illidan as well with the help of Gazlo. I don't know what he took. I'm guessing he took Robo Goblin. He must have taken Robo Goblin. Let's have a look. He took Robo Goblin, so it would have made more sense for him actually to push instead of to be going down into the mines. Although you can clear them quickly, we could have got that golem down like really fast. So we ended up with 92 to 8, so that's bad. Maybe I should have gone down. I don't know. I don't think so. I just think there were some misplays. Trouble with the mines is if you go in separately, you always almost inevitably end up dying, and it's just a bit rubbish, really. We've got a really powerful goblin to try and golem to try and deal with here, and this is going to be putting us under some pretty major pressure, I expect. So the quicker we can just get rid of this, it's still fairly early, so it's not going to do too much damage. It's certainly not a match-winning golem, because the enemy's not pushing it, but it could have done some serious work had they come and actually done something with it. But we've got more than enough damage here to take this out. It's not going to do massive amounts to our keep, and that's down. So the enemy didn't really do a very good job. I'm going to come down here. We need to defend this, because otherwise we're going to lose XP on it. Our golem did pretty much nothing as well. It was way too weak. So we're going to try and avoid Illidan. Karazim will just be able to jump out of that. And we're going to go behind here, and if they push further, we're going to try and kill Sylvanas. That's not going to affect me, but she is moving away, and we are still killing Sylvanas. Unfortunately, they decided it'd be a good idea to try and fight when we've got a perfectly good set of towers here. So that was a bad idea. When you've lost the tower, you've got to accept that it's gone and just move on. That's all you can do. There's nothing really that you're going to be able to benefit by fighting against a team that has momentum on their side. This game is all about momentum. So by fighting, all you're doing is kind of killing and feeding. At level 16 we're going to be taking leaping spiders. This is going to mean that they'll chase down and they'll jump towards the enemy. It's a very powerful talent actually, and makes a lot of good work for actually creating a bit of burst damage. Now, with regards to stats, I'm guessing we're still ahead. Yeah, we're ahead in siege damage, and we're actually not a million miles away in hero damage. We should be trying to push this, because we've been trying the whole game to try and get rid of this thing, and I don't really know why Taronda took that ultimate. Missing out on so much damage by doing it. Robo Goblin has finally pulled his finger out and decided that we should probably try and push their bottom fort. And as long as the friendly team doesn't just keep dying for no reason, it should go down pretty easily. We'll just keep auto attacking. This is going to go down. Robo Goblin is really going to do work on that, and here comes Illidan. So that's obviously not great. Hopefully we can do something to him, but there's not going to be a lot I can do to him, and that's going to be the death of the friendly Gazlo. So I'm going to now run away, and we're not going to get any skulls because Illidan and Karazim decided to go in for a fight again. Illidan's gone down there actually, so we need to be a little bit careful. There's Taronda and there's Sylvanas, so this is actually a really bad spot for me. We should just try it and gather before going. We're going. There's not really any skulls left. So we're going to have to just try and push a little bit further. And this has just been a disaster basically because of some really bad initiations by the friendly team. That mercenary camp isn't going to do anything. The golem's already gone past it, so that's not going to help. And a 100 strength golem is going to be pushed to the hilt by the enemy team. It won't do anything. So don't bother. All we need to do is just get in here and try and defend for our lives. Illidan has died again because that's what he seems to be in favour of doing. So far, the enemy team has managed to feed a total of 24 deaths to the enemy, which is obviously not great. You'd prefer if they didn't do that. I'm actually going to have to use my ultimate to try and get some damage in on this thing here. As you can see, I'm channeling it, and there's nothing, unless I get stunned, it will just keep doing damage. I am open to damage at the same time, so you've got to be careful about how you do it and where you position. Enemy Charism just committed Harry Carry there. Because of the push we put into the bottom lane, this is actually, if it survives, oh my goodness, it's going to survive as well. So this keep actually survives, and we're technically, with regards to how far the golems lanes have pushed, we're actually a little bit ahead, which is amazing. They do have the advantage. No, we've both got the same number of towers left up, so it's pretty even as it stands, and it was a good job we did that push early game, because otherwise we could have been in a bit of trouble here. But we've got to make sure this time that we do go into the mines as a team and actually kill stuff, because if we don't, that's going to be problematic. There's going to be an initiation from it looks like a flank, but it's actually from the wrong side. So Taronda's going down. That was nice and quick. I'm not sure anyone else will, because they're all tanking the Taronda ultimate. Yep, that's just a bad idea. Hunt comes in. We're going to try and do some damage to the enemy Nazeebo, and we may, we may not. We need to make sure we stay away from that frickin' gargantuan and run away. So we got triple kill. We should just push the core. Let's just go for the core. That's enough health. Let's go. All down. Let's just push. Just push bot. Go, go, go. We may even be able to backdoor this. The friendly team has decided that they want to push top, although this is going to be a really good opportunity to get quite a few skulls. So we may just end up not pushing this. Let's try and get rid of these walls so Illidan can't hunt us at random intervals. Illidan's hunt will come on at just because he can see you. So if he can see you, I believe he can make it a global thing. If we can get up to 20 as well. Right, the mines are opening. It's time to go down and try and get a lot of skulls. Now, remember, Illidan can hunt wherever he has vision. That means if there's an enemy fighting one of us, he can hunt us. So we need to be very, very careful about it. That is the most ridiculous ultimate still. It looks like the enemy is actually backdoor. Backdoor. B. The enemy's going back door, so hopefully everyone's going back now. Taronda won't be able to do a great deal. She may be able to take the shield down, but that'll be about it. We're going to catch her here, and I think we've still actually got... She can't get out that way, so she's in a bit of trouble. So we're going to kill her, and that's actually a real bonus for us. So it's now 4v4 in the mines, but I'm going to be entering back in. Taronda is down for a minute, and the enemy carries him. This means we might actually win after nearly throwing the game due to just feeding with kills. That initial early push has proven to be... we're going to have to go back again. Go back. Go back. We're going to get... The core is going to be in a lot of trouble here. And I'm going to have to try and do something just to back this off. The silence from Sylvanas did actually hit me and cancel my ultimate. Illidan is down, so let's just go. Let's just go. Just go. Just go. Push. 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 There needs to be, like, great urgency now. to go and get this enemy keep down. So we need to run through the middle of the map so we don't engage any of the frickin' mobs and get knocked off our horse. The Illidan is down for 45 seconds. We have a 94 golem. That's as good as a frickin' nuclear weapon at this point, and we just need to push it. Illidan is not doing what he should be doing. The enemy's Sylvanas is down, and we just need to move in here. Zombie wall Taronda if we can, and kill her, and this will be the absolute good game. I don't think I'm quite going to kill her, but we are now into the shield, and we're actually going to win. After nearly throwing it, we've managed to win. So that's one way you can play Haunted Mines. I don't suppose many people will be playing it like that at the moment, but that's how I've seen it. That's the most effective, especially when you've got as much siege as we've got. So let's go on to the stats and let's see how we did, shall we? Because that was actually pretty impressive. I was pretty happy with that. Okay, as you can see, I'm only level 8 with Nazeebo. I'm not very good, but let's see how we got on overall. So, stats, we managed to get 127,000 siege damage in. That's a lot of damage, and that comes from our pushes that we were putting in on the bottom. Now, I know I was tunnel visioning, and I was soloing, and it might not seem that that was the best thing for the team, but because of that push in the bottom lane, the fact that we lost the golem so heavily was largely irrelevant. That sort of second to last golem, it meant that we were already pushed into the lane that the golem was going to do the work in, and after our keep stayed alive and then we managed to have a team fight, as long as we could win the team fight, we were almost guaranteed to win the game. So it's an incredibly important tactic that I think you should play if you're playing as Sylvanas, Nazeebo, any of the siege ones really, Gazlo, the big fat one from Diablo that I call Asmodan, or Zagara. Just push the crap out of this map, let 4 go into the mines, push the lane, and you'll find you'll come out well. So just for well, I didn't really take a siege build at all. I took a spider build, but we took Blood Ritual, we then took Spider Cluster, we then took Gidbin, we then took Ravenous Spirit, we then took Dead Rush, and we took Leaping Spiders, and finally Bolt of the Storm, just so I could escape Illidan if I needed to. Turns out I didn't need to, I only died the once. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. That was a pretty hectic and exciting game in the Haunted Mines. I've been Old Flads. This has been Heroes of the Storm. Cheers, and goodbye.